As India celebrates 78 years of independence this August 15th, we're reflecting on, well, more than just political freedom. We're thinking about another vital kind of freedom, the freedom to breathe with ease. You're listening to the deep dive from Asthma Friend. Now, this deep dive is for informational purposes only. It's definitely not medical advice. Always consult your own doctor for personal care and treatment. And just a quick note, this audio is generated with Notebook LLM. This helps keep our episodes consistent, especially if our founder's voice happens to be affected by asthma. Okay, so let's really unpack this. Asthma affects millions across all age groups, all regions in India, yet awareness and consistent care still feel like a bit of an uphill battle sometimes. Why is it, really, that something so fundamental like breathing still presents such a widespread challenge here?
That's a really crucial question.
Yeah.
And what's truly fascinating, and frankly quite concerning, is just how vast the disparity is. We're talking about asthma awareness and consistent care across India. It's almost like two different countries sometimes, especially when you compare, say, the big bustling cities with smaller towns or more rural areas.
Right.
And this just highlights a clear need for us to, well, unite around a simple but really powerful goal. We need to learn more, share more, and ultimately just do more.
I'm curious about the disparity you mentioned. What are some of the underlying reasons for it? You said uneven awareness. Can you maybe paint a picture for us? Why does asthma awareness really matter here, and what are some specific obstacles people face?
Absolutely. So the first major hurdle we often see is late diagnosis.
Yeah.
And under treatment, you find many people in India, maybe out of stoicism or maybe just lack of easy access to healthcare, they self-manage. They manage wheezing or breathlessness with home remedies, or sometimes they just put up with it. They never get a proper doctor's evaluation. And this means, treatable conditions just escalate unseen. They often only come to medical attention when there's an acute attack that forces the issue.
So it's not just about lacking information, but sometimes it's a really deeply ingrained approach to health, maybe.
Yeah.
And what about the beliefs around asthma itself?
Exactly. That's another huge barrier. The prevalence of stigma and, well, just stubborn myths. You'll often hear things like, oh, inhalers are addictive, or asthma is only seasonal, suggesting it's not this chronic thing that needs ongoing management.
Right.
These misconceptions are powerful. They really are. They deter people from seeking a diagnosis, from using prescribed medication consistently, and ultimately they stop individuals from getting proper sustained control over their asthma. I mean, imagine someone avoiding the very tool that could give them back their quality of life just because of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a stark reality, isn't it? And beyond those cultural issues or perception problems, India has its own unique set of environmental challenges. Those must play a pretty big role, too.
Indeed, they do. Our environment presents unique, everyday challenges that act as really potent triggers. Think about the pervasive air pollution that, well, blankets many of our cities, the constant viral infections that sweep through communities, even just common indoor dust in homes. But it goes deeper than that. Specific cultural practices, while lovely, can inadvertently become triggers, like the smoke from incense, especially during Aarti,
Ah, okay.
and other scented products people use daily. We also deal with widespread construction dust. And of course, the monsoon season brings its own set of issues with dampness, humidity that can lead to mold and worsen symptoms. These are triggers just woven into the fabric of daily Indian life, really.
It sounds like there's also a fundamental gap, maybe, in how medical tools and resources are distributed and accessed.
You've hit on a really critical point there, access gaps. Diagnostic tools like spirometry, that's the one that objectively measures lung function, or even simple peak flow monitoring, which helps people track their own breathing. They just aren't standard everywhere.
Yeah.
And this isn't just an inconvenience. It means healthcare providers often have to make crucial treatment decisions based only on symptoms, which kind of limits the precision and effectiveness of the care. Even something like a written asthma action plan, that personalized roadmap guiding patients through different symptom zones, it's not universally available. And we absolutely cannot forget our vulnerable groups. Children are at higher risk because of school exposure, exam stress, viral surges, while older adults, they face complications from other health conditions that just make asthma management trickier.
Okay, we've really unpacked the depth of the challenge there. So now let's maybe pivot from understanding the problem to actively building some solutions. What does a truly integrated and effective respiratory care system look like across India, from, say, individual homes right up to our hospitals?
Right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really means improving care at lots of different levels, creating a kind of comprehensive network of support. So for individuals and families, it really all starts with getting the right diagnosis. You should proactively ask your doctor about spirometry, when it's appropriate. Also, diligently tracking your symptoms and your peak flow can provide just invaluable data for your doctor and for you.
So it's about empowering people to be more proactive in their own care.
Okay, and what's a key shift in mindset maybe for managing the condition?
Exactly. A key shift is adopting what we call a controller-first mindset. This isn't just about reacting to symptoms with, like, rescue puffs during an attack.
Right, the blue inhaler.
Yeah, exactly. It's about proactively preventing the inflammation that causes asthma attacks in the first place. And that means using your preventer or controller inhalers exactly as prescribed every single day. It's sort of like building a strong wall against a storm instead of just having an umbrella ready when it hits.
That's a great analogy. And home environment control is also crucial. Focus on reducing dust mites in bedding. Make sure your AC is serviced regularly. Prevent mold growth, especially during humid seasons. Choosing fragrance-free cleaning products can also make a really big difference in reducing triggers.
Okay.
And beyond the home, vaccinations, infection control, these are vital. Follow your doctor's advice on recommended vaccines. And maybe consider masking up during high viral seasons if you need to, especially in crowded places.
And you mentioned a personalized plan before. That seems essential for just navigating daily life with asthma.
Absolutely. Every single person with asthma should have a written asthma action plan. It's like a personalized roadmap. It guides you on what to do based on your symptom zones: green for all clear, yellow for caution, and red for emergency.
Got it.
And it's smart to keep a copy accessible, maybe on your phone, perhaps stick one on the fridge for a quick reference for the whole family.
That's a really comprehensive approach for individuals. What about places like schools and workplaces? People spend so much time there. How can they become more, asthma-friendly?
That's critical. For schools and colleges, setting up asthma-friendly policies is just essential. Reliever inhalers must be accessible to students who need them. Schools should allow water breaks, try to reduce chalk dust, strong fragrances in classrooms.
Makes sense.
Staff training is also key. Educators, support staff, they need to know the basic signs of an asthma attack, when to escalate, how to properly use a spacer device with an inhaler. And parent partnership is vital. Schools should encourage parents to share their child's action plan with class teachers, sports coaches, anyone involved.
Okay, and workplaces.
For workplaces, clean indoor air is paramount. That means regular maintenance of HVAC, AC filters. Workplaces should really try to avoid air fresheners, scented candles. If renovations are happening, construction protocols are needed. Isolate the areas, maybe schedule work after hours if possible, provide N95 masks when needed. And finally, workplaces should offer reasonable accommodations, things like flexible seating away from triggers, permission for inhaler use during meetings without someone having to ask every single time.
This all sounds like a really systematic improvement, touching different parts of daily life. How do hospitals and clinics, kind of the backbone of healthcare, fit into this bigger picture?
Hospitals and clinics are absolutely vital. They need standardized assessment protocols. This means making sure spirometry is available, providing education on peak flow meters, and crucially, checking inhaler technique at every single patient visit.
Oh, that's important.
It really is, because even the best inhaler won't work if it's used incorrectly. A unified approach to discharge plans is also vital. Every patient leaving the hospital should get a written action plan and a scheduled follow-up date. This ensures continuity of care and helps prevent readmissions down the line.
Okay. This Independence Day, we really want to empower you, our listeners, with practical, actionable steps, things you can do right now to improve your respiratory health. This is where it gets really impactful, I think.
Yes, these are quick tips you can implement pretty easily, and we'll explain briefly why each one helps. First, learn your triggers. Make a simple one-page avoidance plan. Why it helps. It's your proactive defense, right? Cutting down exposure before symptoms even begin.
Okay, good start.
Next, audit your inhaler technique. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to recheck it at your next visit. Maybe even film yourself using it to review later. Why it helps. Ensures effectiveness. So many people, without realizing it, use them incorrectly, which really reduces the benefit.
I hear that all the time. Proper technique is just so crucial. What else can make a direct impact?
Absolutely. Then create or refresh your asthma action plan and share it with family members. Why it helps. It's your clear guide for emergencies and make sure everyone knows what to do when minutes really matter.
Definitely.
Also set up peak flow tracking. Try doing this daily, or at least when you feel symptomatic. Why it helps.
Yeah.
It monitors your lung function objectively. It gives you an early warning system, sometimes before you even feel the full symptoms coming on.
And with the monsoon season always being a concern in India for respiratory issues, what immediate steps can people take at home?
You're right, monsoon can be tough. So monsoon-proof your home as much as possible. Fix any leaks, dry laundry in a well-ventilated area, definitely not your bedroom, and maybe use a dehumidifier if needed. Why it helps. It directly reduces dampness and mold, which are really common triggers during this season.
Okay.
Another crucial step. Take a fragrance-free plunge at home. Avoid incense sticks, aroma oils, strong room fresheners.
Right.
Choose low smoke or fragrance-free alternatives, especially during RT. Maybe keep windows open if you can. Why it helps? Prevents airway irritation, which can easily trigger attacks.
Good point.
And don't forget your AC filters. Make sure they're cleaned regularly. Why it helps? Simple clean filters mean cleaner air circulating in your home.
For parents, especially maybe as schools resume after holidays, what's a key step to ensure their child's safety?
Ah, yes, for parents. Write a clear school note for your child. Submit their action plan and emergency contact info to the school staff, the teacher, maybe the nurse. Why it helps? Ensures your child's safety at school. It empowers teachers and staff to act quickly if needed.
Crucial. And for when people are out and about.
When you're on the go, prepare a travel-ready kit. Pack your reliever inhaler with a spacer, your controller medication, and a printed copy of your action plan. On high smog days, like you often see in Delhi, or high viral days, carry a mask, especially on public transport or in crowded markets. Why it helps? Preparedness on the go means you're never caught off guard.
Those are incredibly practical, really actionable tips. Feels like things people can actually do.
Exactly. And finally, prioritize routine doctor follow-ups. Please don't wait for a flare-up. Schedule regular reviews even when you're feeling well. Why it helps? Proactive management prevents future flares and keeps your condition under much better control. And this last one is really about collective effort. Spread awareness. Share just one credible tip this week with friends, family, maybe on social media. Why it helps? It builds collective knowledge. It makes our entire community more resilient and understanding.
Now, here's a personal note from our founder, Siddhant Jain, whose own journey with asthma was really the inspiration behind Asthma-Friend.
Independence Day always reminds me that health is the foundation of every dream we chase. As someone living with asthma, I've experienced how a single trigger, paint fumes, strong fragrances, or a viral infection can completely derail a week. What changed my life was consistency. Using controller medication as prescribed, tracking symptoms, and making small environmental tweaks at home and work. My request to you this 15 August, learn one new thing about asthma, help one person improve their inhaler technique, and remove one trigger from your surroundings. Small steps add up. Together, we can make breathing easier for everyone.
Such a powerful message there. Small steps really do add up. So what does all this mean for India's future? 78 years on, India's story is one of incredible resilience, isn't it? And unwavering hope. Let's make improving asthma awareness and respiratory care a really integral part of that inspiring story.
Exactly. This is about getting to a point where every home knows the basics, every school is prepared, and respiratory care across India becomes truly accessible and consistently compassionate and deeply personalized for every single individual who needs it. It's really about empowering every Indian with the freedom to breathe easy.
And that leads us to our core mission at Asthma-Friend. Our core mission is to create enough awareness around asthma in India and reduce the number of asthma-related deaths in the country.
So please, join us. You can read the full blog post on our site for even more details and insights on everything we've discussed. Download our free Asthma Action Plan template and Peak Flow Tracker. They're great tools to help you start your proactive journey today. And connect with our vibrant community. Share your experiences, ask questions, discover real-world hacks that are making a difference for people just like you.
Jai, Hind, and breathe easy.